Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into one of Python's fundamental data structures, the tuple. If you have been working with lists but aren't quite sure what a tuple is or why you would use one, you are in the right place. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly what tuples are, how to create them, and most importantly, why their immutability is such a powerful feature. So what exactly is a tuple? Simply put, a tuple is an ordered collection of items, very similar to a list. You define them using parentheses instead of square brackets. They can hold various data types like integers, strings, or floats all in one container. However, the defining characteristic of a tuple is that it is immutable. This means once you create it, you cannot change, add, or remove items from it. Creating a tuple is straightforward. The standard way is to place your items inside parentheses, separated by commas. Interestingly, Python is smart enough to recognize a tuple just by the commas, even without parentheses, though using them is better for readability. An empty tuple is just a pair of parentheses, but be careful. If you want to create a tuple with just one single item, you must include a trailing comma. Without it, Python will think it is just a regular number or string inside parentheses. Let's compare tuples to lists, as they often confuse beginners. Lists are mutable, meaning they can change, and they use square brackets. They are slightly slower because they need dynamic memory allocation. Tuples, on the other hand, are immutable and fixed. They use parentheses. Because they are fixed, they are more memory efficient and faster to iterate over. You generally use lists for collections that might grow or shrink, and tuples for data that should remain constant. Accessing data in a tuple works exactly like it does in a list. We use zero-based indexing. For example, index 0 gives you the first element. You can also use negative indexing to access items from the end. Index -1 gives you the very last item. This makes retrieving data intuitive if you are already familiar with other Python sequences. Let's look at that core concept of immutability again. Here we have a tuple of numbers. If we try to assign a new value to index 1, Python will throw a type error. This might seem like a limitation, but it is actually a safety feature. It guarantees that the data inside the tuple stays exactly how you defined it throughout the lifespan of your program. One of the coolest features of tuples is packing and unpacking. Packing is when you assign multiple values to a single variable. Python automatically packs them into a tuple. Unpacking is the reverse. You can extract the values of a tuple into separate variables in a single line of code. This is incredibly useful for writing clean, readable Python code, like swapping variables or handling return values. Because tuples cannot change, they don't have methods like append or remove. In fact, they only have two main methods. First is .count, which tells you how many times a specific value appears in the tuple. Second is .index, which tells you the position of the first occurrence of a value. That is it. Their simplicity is part of their efficiency. So when should you reach for a tuple instead of a list? Use them when you need data integrity, ensuring values don't change by accident. Use them as keys in dictionaries, something lists cannot do. And use them when you are returning multiple values from a function. They are also a tiny bit faster, which can matter in high-performance loops. To wrap up, remember that tuples are immutable, ordered collections defined by parentheses. They offer safety for your data and are more memory efficient than lists. They support powerful features like unpacking and can contain mixed data types. Mastering tuples is a great step toward writing more robust and Pythonic code. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.